afternoon, everyone. Who you are cannot be separated from where you come from. This is a powerful, profound thought and quote from a book called Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. What does it mean? Who you are cannot be separated from where you come from, which means essentially your thought process has been already shaped from what you have seen, what you have heard, what you have learned, and what you have perceived. Mostly your upbringing, your environment, your schooling, your memories. We are nothing but a collection of memories, collection of experiences. Experience, let's remember this, we will talk about it. Is experience good? Is it very good? Or can it turn against you? I'll try to ponder upon some of my personal experiences. How did they turn? Whether for me or against me, we'll go ahead. I consider the most powerful bubble or the mother of all bubbles is assumption, because everything else can fit into that assumption mode. But with my assumption, I have lost many things in my life. Also with good communication, good clarity, I have gained many things in my life. But today, as I've been speaking before, failures will teach us better, make us much more aware of ourselves. And hence, I thought I will share one of my recent incidents of how I missed a golden moment of meeting with the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Modi. Especially the way Mr. Modi is going on as a Prime Minister of the country, I felt missing that has become some sort of a precedence in my approach thereafter. And I felt I would rather share it with you and see if that can make some sense and relevance in your lives. The bubble is like we are all carrying through the life through the invisible, those bubbles and walls that we don't even know that we have built them. Clarity over ambiguity, connection over the control, and how the bubbles can shape our thought process. Sometimes bubbles are good, sometimes they may not be as productive as they are. But the fact remains, we all do navigate through certain bubbles. And it is important for us to have those bubbles, because bubbles can protect us from certain outer elements, the external elements. So if someone tells, pop up all the bubbles, then you'll be vulnerable. So we will just go ahead. And so it all started there. For example, in my case, back then, 32 years precisely, when I started working as a waiter, I was waiting at the tables. I was working in a poultry meat shop as an assistant. I was vending on the streets with milk packets, many random jobs. Those days, there were no bubbles. All that single focus was how do you meet the basic challenge of meeting with the basic amenities. What are the basic amenities? The food, the clothes, and the shelter. When food becomes a major challenge, I think all the bubbles will pop up and you will straight away start looking for some work where you can make some rupees out of it. So this was a couple of years from the time that I've started working. And in here, if you see, I was selected to serve the lunch then the Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. P.V. Narasimha Rao, when he was visiting. I was working for a hotel called Taj Residency, the Tata Group of hotels. I may not have been selected just because I was very good there. I don't know why they've chosen. I still don't have the answer. But definitely, I was there, and somehow I think I was in the right time, right place. I was chosen. And then the life took me a little further. downs and ups, failures and successes. And I went back to college after 10 years of gap after my 10th standard. And then I went back to do my management studies. So a bit of a journey for the next few years. This was in 1994, and moving up another 28 years. It was in 2022, thanks to the great embassy that has been operated in United Arab Emirates, the Indian embassy. The embassy has recognized that I've been doing certain work, and my work has been recognized, and then that work has been shared with the Prime Minister's office in 2022. One day I got a call from the embassy saying that I've received some personal letter from the Honorable Prime Minister. I felt happy because my years of work has been validated, recognized. There's nothing like it. When your work gets recognized, I think that is happiest moment for the person who is struggling. I felt so happy. I felt validated. But then the twist happened from here. I thought, this was a great golden moment. And since my work is being recognized from many other leaders as well, across the borders, I started becoming aware that this work cannot be meant for just like that. This work needs to have some purpose. So the bubble I was in that time is getting more and more focused, sort of. I think initially the colonel was mentioning about the blinkers that horse has towards the target. But then what happened later, 2 years down the line, 2024, one day I have received, of course, after some deliberations, somebody told me, because Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, was visiting the United Arab Emirates in the month of February in 2024. And I was told that I was also chosen in one of the few people who would have the opportunity to meet him, greet him. Maybe I could give my book that he wrote me in the letter that he had read. So those books I could give him in person. And I also have an opportunity of being photographed. So this is the first time I've received through WhatsApp with one of the gentlemen who was following up, volunteering, taking care of all this, of Mr. Modi's trip to United Arab Emirates. So I was in India, so I took the flight. I came to India for a business trip. I took the flight on the day of this meeting. Morning I reached, and I got a call saying that you have to go somewhere, someplace, and collect your VIP pass for your car. That I've collected. Now something strange started happening. If you remember back then, when I was a waiter, when I was a worker, when I was a street vendor, I did not have any bubbles. But very strange phenomena starts happening when I started achieving few things in the life. That is when I started keeping myself into certain, I started being shackled. I started becoming caged. Because always your experience, because I've seen that, I've done that, I've been there, what does it signify? You are slowly putting a wall, certain walls around you. And that makes you already stuck in a bubble. But these bubbles are very dangerous, because these bubbles, popping up these bubbles are very difficult, because the thickness is very, very intense. Because you have seen that your mind keeps telling you that there is nothing more beyond this. And then this came. So when I received this, when I collected this, I suddenly lost my self-awareness. I started becoming a bit overwhelmed. My logic is slowly but surely walking out of the window, because I am being consumed with an extremely honorable feeling that I am going to meet Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India. So the moment I started sinking into that feeling, at exactly the same point in time, my logic started walking out of my head. I'm almost lost with my self-awareness. Then what happened? Then somehow I reached the venue. I think very well in time, I reached the venue. I collected my physical, the card, registration card. And then gentleman told me at the gate that you have to keep your book ready in case you could give this to Mr. Modi. I took that. The gentleman is a senior gentleman who has been sort of a mentor to me. He was there handling all the affairs at the VVIP gate. The moment I entered, he gave me this, and then he has been in the middle of many things. So half things, this side is talking, half things, this side is talking. He's totally distracted because many people are addressing him. So I took this card, I started walking towards the stadium, and then he called me back, Sreedharji, don't forget, 4:30, on your left, there is F&B area, which is food and beverage area. Come there around 4:30. The moment I heard the word F&B, which is food and beverage, that was the time my logic went completely out of the window. I am not listening anything more. The moment I heard the word food and beverage, I immediately assumed, this was my first and biggest blunder, I assumed that was meant for some food. And he's telling me, this is all I'm just making up in my mind. He's telling me to come at 4:30 just in case if I'm hungry, come here and get some snacks. That's what he's telling me. He might have said few things, but I'm not listening. It is very noisy. And then I started walking into the stadium. There's a commoner's place, there is a silver place, there is gold, there is platinum, there is diamond. I've been walking and somebody was guiding me. No, not here. I thought maybe the simple place. No, I was taken to the silver side, then gold side, then platinum side. They said, no, you're sitting in the diamond side. Just imagine, I'm already lost. There is no logic anymore. I'm just being driven unconsciously, I'm being driven with that environment. See, next to me was the podium. That is where Mr. Modi, the Prime Minister of India, is going to speak. Totally overwhelmed, consumed in that inexplicable feeling of I'm going to meet him. But did I, for once, ask myself, would Modi come like this? Would Modi shake hands with me? Is this the place that Mr. Modi would come? Impossible. Come on, a baby would tell that Modi would not come exactly there because there are 7 layers of security that has been put up there. Suddenly the reality starts setting into my mind. Suddenly I got little unnerved and saying that, my God, what's happening? Now the problem with me is I saw the gentleman being busy with several things, so I did not want to call him. I sent him a message. Rakeshji, when are we meeting? Where is this meeting? Obviously, he didn't see that message. But my problem, my baggage, my experience of having worked as a waiter for 4 years back in 90s, my mind completely shut down with F&B as food and beverage. I am not hungry. I don't want to go there. Right now, I have to be here. And there is another problem that has happened is that in the diamond seat, there was a seat specially meant for me. Imagine what would happen to a person. And then, they were all very much Indians, and they were even removing that some people are doing a bit of a chaotic stuff. So I just sat on my seat, fearing that if I get up from this seat would be taken. Because people are misbehaving, they're just removing the sticker, and that's it, you're gone. There is no identity there. So I've seen already there, so I did not want to move from that seat. I've just stuck. That fixed bubble tripped in my head. And after that, what happened? I kept on sending messages to Mr. Rakesh. Unfortunately, he did not attend my messages because it is so natural, because he's having two walkie-talkies. He's through a lot of things. He's through thick and thin there at the main VIP gate. My goodness gracious God. And the time passed by. In the meantime, the announcement came. Prime Minister of India and the President of United Arab Emirates walked in. We had a great address by the Prime Minister. There were about 45 to 50,000 people were there present in the stadium. And after that, what happened? Around 7:30, Mr. Rakesh walked up to me. He asked, Sreedharji, where were you? And I said, Rakeshji, I was here. No, but why didn't you come? Because your name was called. You were not there. Yeah, but where was it? I told you there was F&B area and there was a special room that was built where the chosen people will be meeting Mr. Modi. Oh, is that? The moment I heard F&B, the food and beverage, I just assumed that this is just a snack area. But did I ask him? Had I asked him that where exactly, when exactly, how is it taking place? Just few questions had I asked him, I wouldn't have missed the golden moment of meeting Mr. Modi. Well, here I am. It is still helping me. It is rather my fortune having not met him in person. It is helping me that I can share with this the audience across the borders, telling them how assumptions, the bubble of assumptions, can completely change and transform you into useless, shrinking your potential and making you completely a novice in a wonderland. I wish you all the luck, and always ask questions. Clarity over ambiguity makes you a better person and in the pursuit of your life. Thank you so much. Thank you.